29. Spieltag, BARMER 2. Basketball-Bundesliga, Tigers Tübingen gegen Phoenix Hagen, 90:86, Zuschauerzahl 1900. Chris Harris, second part in English, please.
Congratulations to the organization, to Andy. Really big win for them. I thought they came out and yeah, I thought this first half wasn't their best side, but they've been good in the second half, or at least this weekend they were really good in the second half. They were tough, they were physical, they really locked down on defense and made it really, really difficult for us to score. Would have been real nice for us in the third quarter to push that lead from 8 to 10 or 12 or maybe even 14 and see if the game could go a little bit differently. I was really impressed with the fact that Besnick could play 45 minutes straight and be so effective. Gosh, I mean, we were running on fumes. We know it was going to be tough for us with the drive and what have you. From that perspective, it would have been really important for us to take a little bit bigger lead to half and be a little bit better at the start of the third quarter. So congratulations to the team, the organization. That was great.
Thank you. Andy.
Thank you, Chris. And first and foremost, respect to Chris and what he's done with Hagen this year, and this is the second year that actually I was an assistant last year, and we've prepared for him now 4 times, and it's a really tough preparation because his teams execute, they get the ball spaced, they move it, and offensively they're very, very potent, and that's a credit to his coaching. So with that being said, I'm proud of our guys. That was a heck of a win for us. They hung around in the first half. We were just trying to create some energy somehow, some way, something I was extremely disappointed in the Nuremberg game. And I think we made a couple plays towards the end of the first half that gave us a little juice, and then we came out not particularly as energized as I would like in the third quarter, but again hung around and then made a couple plays in the fourth. Tay got going, and the guys kind of fed off that, and John as well. And you know, we've had our ups and downs in the fourth quarter and had some heartbreakers, and that's all a part of the process. I talked to the guys about that in the locker room, congratulated them. It's not the specific play that you run. It's not the specific offense that you run, and you guys have heard me talk about this in post-game pressers before. It's about being able to step up with confidence, be able to execute under intense environments, and then make a play. And I think our guys really played to their strengths tonight. And specifically in the fourth quarter, the ball was in Baldwin's hands, in Jordan's hands, and they made great decisions with it. They weren't forcing things, and Besnick was a recipient of a lot of good looks late in the clock, and he played to his strength. What he does best is shoot the ball. So we talked about that after the Bremerhaven game specifically. That was a tough blow, but we watched it on film. We talked about it. We talked about you know, being able to execute under intense environments, and I was just proud of the way that the right guys had the ball in the right positions all night long tonight in the fourth quarter and on into overtime. And you got to give Besnick props. It was funny. I'd say 3, 4, 5 times during the game. He just walk over, I'd say 40-piece tonight, 40-piece tonight, you're going 40. And I said it to him again in overtime. He goes, 45, coach. And I say, yeah, you're right. So anyway, heck of a game, heck of a win. I'm just happy for our guys. They deserve to be on the right side of a game like this, and hopefully that'll create some momentum going into Paderborn next week.
Okay. Fragen, Johannes?
With fire in the second half, especially in the third and in the fourth quarter, in the overtime, did you miss this in Nuremberg?
What was the question? The fire?
The fire.
Yeah. You know, that's something that is something. Fire, competitiveness, juice. That's something that is unacceptable if you step in between the lines and don't play with it. Bottom line, there is no excuse, there is no reason, there's nothing you can possibly think of in your mind or have the motivation to not come out with energy and effort. And that was something that was definitely addressed after the Nuremberg game. And you know, our guys got themselves going, and I hope that continues on into practice on Tuesday and throughout the rest of the season, because they don't owe it to me. They owe it to themselves. They owe it to their families. They owe it to the team name that's across their chest. They owe it to the city, okay? They owe it to everybody to come out and at least give effort. That is the least, that's a prerequisite to play basketball, in my opinion. That's not anything but your heart. And we showed that in the fourth and in overtime and actually throughout the game to stay in it when we were down 6 or 8 and they could have really stretched it on us. So again, a credit to our guys, and I'm really happy for them.
Tobi.
Coach Harris, trotzdem 2 verletzten Spielern krank, Pikacek und Aminu. War nicht quasi die verletzt krank oder warum heute dabei gewesen?
Ja, also die sind beide verletzt. Die sind nicht die einzigen unter uns, die verletzt sind. Also das war für uns wirklich ein Kraftauftakt, die 2 zu verletzt, um weiterzuspielen. Ob sie nächste Woche wieder dabei sein können, ist eher fraglich. Dass ein paar von uns so Jungs mit den Verletzungen, die sie haben, trotzdem spielen, ist wirklich ein Kompliment, ein Respekt für die. Ja, von daher, aber gut, also was soll ich da sagen? Also die haben auch mit 7, 6 Männern gespielt, einen großen Teil, von daher, also wahnsinnige Leistung von den Tigers.
Gibt es Fragen, sonst noch? Vincent?
We were talking to Baldwin when he came out on the bench. And I think it was the second when you walked over the line on the line. What were you talking to him?
We were just talking about in zone offense. Movement is important in finding the gaps. So when you're in a zone, they're spaced a certain way defensively, and when you're standing next to the zone defensive player, you're doing them a favor instead of getting in between those gaps and being harder to guard, making 2 guard 1. So when he came out, he's a competitive kid. I told him, man, there nothing but respect for Deontay because of his heart and how he competes. And yeah, we had that exchange on the bench about zone offense, and he got in and really executed from that point on.
And what was with Roland Nierma?
That was just a coach's decision, and you know, Ro, keep practicing, keep putting reps in, and keep getting better every day, and yeah, nothing specific.
Frank, du noch?
Yeah.
Gut, Johannes noch.
Perhaps a question for Tanner. He didn't play a long time, but the last 2 games you brought him to the floor. So why did you decide to bring him back?
I mean, Tanner's been in a tough situation, to be honest, the way our roster's been built a little bit, and with the subbing rules. And Tanner and I have been in constant communication, and when you see a kid that's not getting the minutes per se, but he's still in the gym on his own, working during optional shooting. He still comes to practice and puts reps in, and he stays a good person and with good energy. That's respectable. So, and it's professional basketball. You're not just giving guys minutes like you're in kiddie ball. So he's earned them in practice, and look for him to come in and provide a spark. So, nothing but respect for Tanner.
Okay, dann bedanke ich mich. Gute Heimfahrt.